This is another episode of Grand Piano Truth. My name is Sia, your host. Today we're chilling with a singer, a music arranger, choreographer. I didn't know that. MC, also a well-known conductor. I'm talking about a musician, also a music teacher. Xolani. Bra, you're welcome.
Thank you so much. It's an honor for me to be here,
Yes.
and thank you for having me.
Yeah. Budex, sithathe Truman, kubani uXolani.
Hey, what a difficult question. Every time you attend an interview and then they say, tell us about yourself. That's the most difficult question you may ever come across. I was born and raised in Free State, in Velkom. Yeah, and then I was raised by my mother. I grew up in church, one of the greatest church in South Africa. old.
One of the big universities.
Yes, one of the
when
big.
It comes to choral
music universities. Old Apostolic Church.
Yeah, yeah.
And I grew under my mother's supervision, strict supervision. And with that, of course, I started doing this music thing from primary.
Yes.
And I went to a school called Reitz Park Primary. But what's funny with my primary and high school history, every time I get to the school, and then I only join choir the following year.
Okay.
Yeah, so I went to a primary, Reitz Park Primary School, and then there was a choir there, a beautiful choir, but I was so scared to join the first year. And I only joined the second year. Yeah. So I grew up in a very, musical environment. When you talk about like choirs, community choirs, Welcome had a very, a huge community of choirs. I grew under Abu Tabung Serenades. When we were growing up, there were Abu Tabung adults, like our big brothers and big sisters, made us love this thing.
Yes, yes.
So that's when I started loving this thing, and then up until high school. And high school again, the history repeats itself. I get to grade 8, and then I don't join choir, and then the following year, then I joined choir.
Yes.
Oh, when I was in primary, now I'm joining choir. The first thing that happens after joining choir, I get to conduct the choir.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we went to some event. However, we were singing on top of the CD. There was a song of Joyous Celebration that we were singing on top of. Then I conducted the song. Yeah, and it was beautiful. Now, going to high school, I joined the choir, and I get to be the soloist the following year. I get to be the soloist. I was singing You Raise Me Up. I was still a 10 at that time.
Oh, yes.
I sang You Raise Me Up. There was in Sasce, there was still something called Own Choice. Yeah, and then we went, and then I sang that You Raise Me Up until the finals. And then it was a beautiful thing, and I think I was still doing grade 9.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, like I'm saying, our community was a big choral community.
Yes. I know your Tabong Serenade.
Yes.
Yeah, those choirs in Velgom.
Yes. So we grew under that, that energy of choirs, community choirs. There were still concerts at that time.
Yes.
We used to attend those concerts. That's why, like, some musicians like me were born. Through those concerts, we see those, like Osisa Badala, Oputa Badala, doing this choreography thing. So
then Briggs, I've been following you for a very long time. Then to say that you're not a chorist, but a musician. What is the advantage and disadvantages between these two, chorist and musician?
Once you label yourself to say, I am this and I'm not this, I think as a musician in South Africa, then you'll get more challenges.
Yeah.
You see, a perfect example, Mr. Zung used to say to me, he said, what do you say when they ask you outside, are you a baritone or are you a tenor? And then I said to him, no, I tell them I'm a baritone. He said, no, you must never tell them that you're a baritone. You must tell them that you are a male singer. So whether they call you for tenor, whether they call you for baritone, you can do it. So once you classify yourself, then it becomes a problem in South Africa, because now, once I say I'm not a chorister, or once I say I'm a chorister, then it means I'm only in that box. Yes. So there's nothing other than being a choral chorister I can do. But once I say I'm an artist, or once I say I'm a musician, then you can give me anything, I'll give it to you.
Yes.
Whether it's gospel, whether it's artwork, whether it's anything that is to do with me singing. That is why most of the time when they ask us, what did you study? I like vocal art. Because once I say I've studied opera, then it means in someone's mind, I can't sing gospel, I can't sing anything.
Someone picture
Yes,
Pavarotti.
exactly. That's why, you know, when you grow up, they call us Pavarottis. Once we sing opera, then they call you Pavarotti. Yeah.
Let's talk about state choral music. Since you've been in the industry for a very long time, do you see any progress or any changes to better?
I must say, there are changes. However, we need to drive in a very different way, because we need to make this choral music thing to benefit us at the end of the day. However, if we are not putting it in a very high spaces or a level, then it won't benefit us in anything.
Yes.
One, if we've got our choral communities and then we don't do anything to feed this choral community, our choral community will only wait for competitions to get their souls being fed with music. There's nothing that we do, and there's nothing. You see, well, that's why I was talking about those concerts that were there.
Yes.
Abo 5 rand concert, and then you go and say nge 10 rand ngicela usibanibani aze ngaphambili. You see, those were the times where like the communities were fed music. So we are drifting away from making the music reach the communities. Instead, we are only making our music very exclusive to ourselves only. And we don't really care about the people who really love the music. So we need to reach out to those people. Like, let's continue doing those concerts. Other people, they call those concerts, no, those are lousy concerts, and so we want those exclusive ones, you know, because our community is now based in this class competition. So if it's a high class level, then I can attend it. But what are we saying about our communities? So to answer your question, I think we are going there, but now I think we are drifting in the wrong communities. But we need to go to our people. Yeah, we need to make these concerts where our people can reach them easily. So let's go to locations. Let's go to churches. I mean, there were concerts in churches. There were like everything every Sunday and Saturday and Sunday. You know that there's something. There's a clap and tap happening somewhere. There's a concert with a clap and tap choir and a choral choir. That's just a lot.
Talking about choral music, you know, I've seen most of the time when choir Z, let's say World Choir Games, choir Z, they have to change a tone to be lighter than we normally sing our choral music.
Yes.
Are we singing with the wrong technique?
No, we're not singing with the wrong technique.
Yeah.
However, once you go to a competition, there's a type of like competitions that cater for certain music. Right?
Okay.
Like our NCF, it's strictly choral competition.
Yeah.
Now, when you go for choir, World Choir Games and other competitions, they need versatile singers. So that is why you see most choirs when they go to these competitions and then they change the color. Because you need to be versatile. It's not only about the choral music or the choral space. Now that is why I'm saying, as the choral fraternity, we need to look into all spheres. Yeah, we can't only box ourselves in one thing. That is why it's very important for us to teach each other different genres. So there's nothing wrong with our technique or our tone. It's just to accommodate the certain competitions. Yes, and certain songs, because other songs, they require a certain style. Yeah, so that you are within the context of the song, and then you show that you understand the song. So you need to produce the color that talks to the song. Yes.
Let me also ask this question. We have those composers, the ones that didn't go to school. I think bani abo Mr. Ngobe yabona music wabo bazibhalela
Yes.
khange bancediswe nangu Sibilius.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Then now we have composers ezifundileyo now. Do you think they can pick up wrong things on those songs? Because we were enjoying those songs.
Yes.
Everything was right about them.
Yes. I think they can pick up the wrong things on those songs. However, those are old compositions.
Yeah.
And old compositions, they need to be like respected as they were written.
Yes.
So, and at that time, those composers, it was just a talent or a calling to them. And it was fine for them at that time to sing everything like that. Like even if you can get, you ask those old composers, why did you choose this key signature? And then they won't tell you. They just felt, no, I just felt that, it's fine. It sounded right for me to be in this key. However, now when you ask a certified composer with qualification, and then they'll tell you, no, this key symbolizes a happy mood, or this key symbolizes a sad mood, So if we view music in that technical aspect, then we are bound to see the wrong things that were there in those compositions. But when you sing the music, it's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
You can't even hear all those wrong things and the technical stuff that you find in the music theory that you find that they were doing wrong, the old composers. However, like they say, music is the universal language.
Yes.
So if it's nice to the ear, then we definitely cater for the heart.
Yeah. Then let's go to this part of Ubai choreography. I saw you with a couple of groups doing your things there. Or you have to go and study somewhere?
No, I don't think you. Okay, for me, I didn't have to go study it somewhere. But I think, like in other universities, we've got what we call musical theater, where you are able to be taught choreography and how to direct all the shows and. Now, to me, it's something that I grew up with from church.
Yeah.
You see, so it's something that has been there with me. When I do it, I don't have to think too much about it, because it's something that I've been doing it from as long as I can remember. So, and then I told myself, this thing is a beautiful thing to watch. You see, if a choir is singing beautifully, and what can we do so that the picture stays in the mind forever? Let's put in the choreo, and then let's make the choreo to be more serious. Let's not just do it because it's a song and then send the step and then we done. No, let's take more effort on it. Why? To entertain our community, to entertain our viewers, people who are viewing us, so that they can go with this picture and say, I really enjoyed that. And if it means they want to join what you are doing, then let it be. But it's just the seriousness of taking things, when you take things more serious and then you're like, no, I want to change the status quo of this thing. Our communities are not taking, not necessarily our communities, but musicians. When it comes to Istibili or Munyanyako, it's just something that even our conductors, when it's time for that, they just give it to someone else, young boy, to say, no, do this song, and then I'll only do these conducted songs. You see, so we're trying to change that, to say this is part of choral music. This is our music. So that is why I take this choreo thing very serious, and to make our viewers or our communities who support choral music happy.
Yes. Then I saw you with a spirit of praise.
Yeah.
This is a musician, not a chorist.
Yeah.
Udibene njani the spirit of praise?
The boss of Spirit of Praise.
Oh, Babu Jabu.
No, Mr. Nkabinde.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mr. Nkabinde is the boss of...
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the general manager of Spirit of Praise. He liked me when he saw me doing all this work. I think he also has been following me. Yeah. So for quite some time. And then we worked together in other things, and then I think he really liked my work ethic and how I did things, and then he brought me in and said, my boy, I think you can be part of us and for you to grow. And guess what? He didn't put me into the music side of things. They then put me into the managing side of things. And then I get to be part of managing all the logistics that are happening within the Spirit of Praise. And I must say I'm learning a lot from him, and I'm learning a lot from the group. It's a very, very good opportunity for me as a young musician in South Africa. That's why I said, as a musician, once you box yourself, you say, I only sing, or I only do this, I only do choral, then you won't find yourself opportunities in other spaces. So choral music has taught me a lot of things in terms of managing, how we manage things, our rehearsals and all sorts of things. Guess what? It's the same thing that they need also on the other side. Yes. So what we learn from this side, we can use it anywhere. So I'm the coordinator of Spirit of Praise.
Okay.
Yes, I coordinate all the rehearsals and all the events where we are called, and their own events. Yes, so I work with them very well.
I heard some other people talking that Spirit of Praise is just a joyous light. Is that true?
No, I can't account for other people.
Okay, what is the difference between those two?
If I can tell you from my own perspective, Spirit of Praise is it's more based on singers and artists, right? That's why you see even their setting on stage. You are more given artist than based on the choir. You get what I'm saying? So Joyous Celebration, I think, is more choir based. Yes, it's more choir based. So I don't think you can compare the two, because here we've got like singers and who are there. They are just, for theirs, it's just to go and sing their songs, their own songs that they are going to present on the day.
Okay.
But for Joyous, it's more based on choir. Yes, we've got like few soloists that will come from the choir. Yes, however, it's more choir based. So it's very difficult to compare the two. I mean, Joyous Celebration is a very big group. We grew up with Joyous Celebration. Yes. So I think it would be unfair for us to compare Joyous Celebration and Spirit of Praise. No, I mean they are in the same genre, but we cannot compare. Joyous Celebration is a very big group.
Which also means that Spirit of Praise is also going there.
Yeah, definitely. It's also going there.
Is it possible to as choral industry to work beside of changing from choral and do gospel, but to work together with choirs like Joyous or Spirit of Praise?
Yes. I think it's very possible for the choral community to work with the gospel community. It's possible because the gospel community has mastered the what do you call this? The corporate world, But in the choral world, I don't think we have tapped so much into the corporate world. So the corporate style of doing things, we really need to tap in it. So gospel has really found itself to being in the corporate world. And then, so I think there's a lot that we can learn, in terms of working with the gospel. That is why I'm saying we need to be very versatile. Let's not box ourselves in one thing. We need to be very versatile. I mean, take Joyous Celebration for your example. You can take choral people and then they do well in Joyous Celebration. Put given, they are there. And they are doing very well. So it's a perfect example that you can work hand in hand with these things.
Yes, and go back to your choral.
If you want to, you can go back to your choral and,
There's TUT.
Yes.
At Arcadia campus.
Yes.
In a choir engine.
Yes.
That is under your supervision.
Yes.
Tell us about that choir. I believe TUT, there was a choir.
Yes. So in TUT, there's a directorate of extracurricular development. Now, it's like your sports, directorate or your other. There are a lot of departments in TUT. So, this department is responsible for the extracurricular of the students. Yes. So, there was a choir in Pretoria campus.
Yes.
And then there's a choir in Soshanguve campus. There's a choir in Emalahleni campus. And in all TUT campuses, there's choirs that falls under this department.
Yes.
Now, this department then saw to it that we've got these two campuses that we are sort of neglecting. So let's look into it. Let's have them having their own extracurricular platforms. Choir, drama, dance, poetry, and book reading. Now the university says, okay, we are establishing these things, and then choir happens to be one of them.
Yes.
And then I happen to be appointed. Yes, through proper processes. Yes, I undergone an interview, and then they appointed me. Now, because this is a school, this is a university, it's a platform for everyone to learn from, including myself. This is an opportunity for me to learn. Now, this choir, it has been established by the university. Yes, for students to be able to participate, particularly Arcadia and art students. Now, we have a new baby now that is born under the choral or the choir extracurricular. Now, if you can check around South Africa and around the schools, it is very important if you want to become a teacher or if you want to become any person who's within the schools to be able to understand that it's very important for you as a teacher to teach the kids the extra things that they can do besides what they are doing. Yes, we've got academics, but there are other things that they can do. And while they are doing those things, they can actually find that I'm really talented in this. So the university is also doing that to say, even if you are doing the sciences, even if you are doing your drama, even if you are doing your musical theater, but you are also giving you an opportunity to be part of a choir where you can learn a lot of things in choir, and then when you can participate and actually enjoy. Now, I've studied in TUT under vocal art performance. And then I know my colleagues who are still studying there. I know what is expected of them after they are done with their qualifications. All the private schools, what they are looking for, yes, they are looking for teachers. When they say, no, we want a music teacher, or we want anything that has to do with music, the first thing they will ask you, we want a choir conductor. Yes. So if you are not putting that platform to my fellow colleagues there, so that they can understand what is it that is expected of them when they are doing these choirs, or when they are starting these choirs in the schools, then it's going to be a problem. So the school is affording them to bring this thing to them, to say, we are starting a new thing, and then learn from it, and you'll get opportunities from.
Well, I saw you went to Swaziland. What were you doing there? Last week, or I don't know when?
No, I didn't go to Swaziland.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think you saw when I was posting a Botswana. Yes. No, I didn't go. However, one of my friends is conducting there.
Oh, okay.
So they were having a concert.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was one of the support I was giving to my friend Mokgeti.
Okay.
So he's conducting a choir there in Botswana. So he had a beautiful concert going on there. Yes.
Okay. Are you also helping in Sasce?
Yes.
Okay. As a adjudicator?
Yes, as an adjudicator. Okay. Yes.
That's another thing I want to. That's another thing I want to ask.
Yes, I've been adjudicating.
You know. If we are talking about soccer, it's rare to find players being referees.
Yes.
They can be referees.
Yes.
And it doesn't mean because they were good in soccer, they will make
a good referee. Yes.
Yeah.
No, true.
I just noticed Sasce is taking everyone, every chorister now, every musician to be an adjudicator.
Yes.
You think it's the right way to do things, or are they just taking them just to make them feel that we are needed in the industry?
It's a very difficult question, this one. But however, I think adjudication needs like very special musicians.
Yeah.
One, when you are sitting on the table, I don't think you should be seeking for a musician like you on stage. And we must really understand that these are our kids, and we are trying to build them, not to break them.
Yes.
And we are not trying to make these kids to be like us.
Yes.
And we need to help them with what they have and where they are. So I think having musicians being the adjudicators is the good thing to do.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. It's a very correct thing to do. And I always say, within the music space, there's no way you're going to learn from behind. Yeah. You need to do something for you to learn. So I know other people will say, bafaka usbanban, abo no felt, abo ban, you know. But when are we going to be what they want us to be if we are not going in now? And then how will we be after 10 years?
And I think Sasce is the right platform.
Yes, and Sasce, it's the right.
Even all of us as musicians. We started there.
Exactly my point.
You're pretending.
Yes.
They started there.
We all started in Sasce.
Yeah.
So for us to grow and be the best musicians that our people expect us to be, we need to start there. And the only thing that we can do is for us to do. Yes, to be part of Sasce, to adjudicate and make mistakes. But tell me now, or ask me in 10 years' time and say, look at these people, they are here now. And where did they start? They started in 2024, Sasce. Because, I mean, bayakula abu baba betu, you know. And then when they grow up, there's gonna be a vacant, you know. So we need to fill up the spaces. But if we don't learn now, it's gonna be difficult to fill up those spaces there.
Yes. So far, I think we're Sigu District, Sasce.
Yes.
We're going to province. What can you advise? Go teacher, Nagui soloist choirs.
You know, I always say, Sasce, once anything that has to do with a school, it needs to be based on rules.
Yeah.
You're right?
Yeah.
Based on rules and simplicity. You know, I always say to conductors, do what is written in the music and then leave everything else. Do what is written. Yes, we're not saying people must not put their artistic views and artistic ideas in the music. But your artistic ideas, they need to be within the music. That is all is needed. You see, anything that has competition in it and there are adjudicators in it, you must always know that it's a very simple game. You just stick to what is written because the adjudicators are looking for what is written, and then your artistic ideas, they need to follow what is written, and then it's a simple thing. And let's enjoy this platform that is created for us as teachers and within our learners. Let's make our learners enjoy the platform, nothing else.
Last year I attended the Sasce finals in Rima Bible Church. Then I had some remarks from who's the guy? I forgot the guy's name. He was an adjudicator. He was talking about FF, no triple F. But I didn't, because I know deep down that FF ka handle akazofana no ka Mozart. Yabo?
Yes.
I don't know when ngayibeka njani
X. No, I understand you.
But he was saying choirs were shouting. Then go shout kwabo, then when now determine njani balo uyashouta lo akashouti. Yabo?
Yeah. So it all takes you to the context.
But I don't know, man. Question.
I hear you. It's the context, my brother. Now, if you are singing a song, a happy song, like a very exciting song, and it has FF, and then you are singing a sad song of someone who's furious, these FFs will not be the same.
Exactly. You're right.
You get my point? Right, so these FFs will not be the same. So the dynamics that are written in the music, you should present them within the context of the song. Yes. That is why it is very important for conductors or musicians to understand the synopsis of the song, the history of the song, the setting of the song, what was happening. You see, in an opera song, you need to know where was this person, this character was. Was he standing in the kitchen? Was he outside? So that your gestures will really communicate and talk to a person who's within the house or in the bedroom or outside in the lawn, you know? So when you're outside, it means your gestures will be way wider, you know, than a person who's in the kitchen. When you're in the kitchen, mostly your hands are here because there's something, maybe you are pouring water or you are cutting something. So it's always the case.
Let's talk about emotions now.
Yeah.
that you are putting in the song. Let me make example. Khona ingoma ebiculwa ethi mama wam ngomnyaka ku Sasce.
Yes.
Yabo.
Yeah.
So those kids from Konye province, they bayifilile la ngoma and they cried. Yabo. Some of them they cried on the stage. Yabo.
Yeah.
The adjudicator again and they get remarks. But no man, that song is a happy song. You bulela mama wakho,
Yeah.
yabo.
Yeah.
Akho need bufake emotions okhala, yabo, bulela mamakho. Some of us, I go to my mother, I sit down, yabo, zile kuye namhlanje zombulela about everything.
Yes.
I end up having ezo emotions. Dikhale,
Yes.
yabo.
Yes. Yes.
So I felt uthi you were wrong by doing that.
You see, in a competition, there is a common goal that adjudicators are looking for. So, if we don't have a common goal that we are looking for, I would agree with you what you are saying now. But the other adjudicator will say, but you know, in other instances when you are very thankful, you don't even cry.
Yes.
Yeah, instead you are happy. You are like, yo, mom, thank you so much for what you have done to me. And the other adjudicator can also have a different idea from that. But I think that year they had a common goal that they were looking for, to say, we don't want this to be a sad song. Instead, we want it to portray happy emotions.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
To say, no, I'm thankful. This is a thank you song. You know? Akukhange kube lula.
Yes,
Yeah?
yes.
Yeah,
yes.
it's a thank you song. So, in terms of context, they might be wrong for crying. You know, because maybe to the adjudicators is communicating something else.
Yes. No, I get
But if it's in a concert style, that would be the correct style of singing the song, maybe. But if it's in a competition form, then it becomes wrong. However, it is not wrong to sing it like that. But because of there's a common goal that adjudicators are looking for, then
I-conductors ifumana njani le information so?
workshops. You see,
Workshops.
Sasce is doing a lot of workshops, and I think conductors attend the workshop nesiqhelo to say, yeah, there's a workshop, and then we go there.
You just go.
Yeah, we just go, and then we attend, and then we go home. But I think these things are said in the workshops to say, no, in this song, this is what you're expected to do.
Yes.
In this song, this is what you're expected to do. And I will tell you now, all the officials who are doing these workshops, they give this information to conductors. But conductors, they then rely to their artistic idea, which is good.
Yes.
You know, but once it is within, or it is not within the context that you were told in the workshops, then it becomes something else.
You go to the workshop, then you conduct Siswez. Develop workshop man, but then Siswez buy yakhe information.
Yes.
Because ingoma yakhe.
Yes, ingoma yakhe le. You know? Ingoma yakhe le, no, la ngoma faneke ibe ivise kabuhlungu ithini. But now there's a common goal of, because now all these officials who are doing these workshops, they had one workshop. So the information is one.
Okay.
Yes. So when they go to other provinces, the information becomes one. Yeah. So it will only differ with artistic ideas.
Yes.
That's why I always say the artistic ideas needs to fall within the context or the information that we were given in the workshop.
Right? Thank
you so much. Yeah.
And we wish you good luck. Usebenze kahle nethi at an Arcadia.
Yes.
Yeah. Usebenze kahle nayo. I think nathi sawusebenza kakhulu nani.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Inkosi Breaks.
Thank you.
Sharp.
Thank you.